Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be discussing a couple of issues that are with my Hinton 5.2. This is Red Rex, the 5.2 meter Hinton, and I'm standing at the back here, well, crouching really, at the back of the Hinton where the transom is. This is the transom where the motor attaches. If you've ever heard of that, you can look it up actually. There are tons of videos of soft, or people referring to the transom as soft, and that's kind of what I'm having the issue with here. It's been a little hard to diagnose because everything is actually quite solid. The way this was discovered is when the 125 horsepower Merc was removed, at the back here, where the bolts are, obviously, a bunch of water started pouring out, according to the shop that was actually doing it. I'm a little disappointed that it didn't give me a call beforehand by saying, hey, look, your transom's a little soft, do you wish for us to continue? And I would have said, let me go chase up and make a couple of phone calls. Because that's what I did immediately after I actually had this motor put on, and I actually discovered that it was soft according to the report that they gave me. Nonetheless, I'm not going to dwell on the past. I'm going to get this issue seen to, and I've already done that. I've gone up to a mob that I'm not going to discuss here, just in case they're not happy with me talking about them just yet. But what they're going to do is they're actually going to cut all this away, remove this, build up the trams, and they've decided they're going to put this back on because they reckon this is a brilliant idea, this big stainless steel, I believe it's stainless steel cover, which will seal it all away from the elements and hopefully stop it from softening anytime in the future. So that's the next project for Red Rex, the 5.2 meter Hinton, is getting the transom redone. Of course, I am slightly disappointed, majorly disappointed maybe, from the fact that when I bought this boat, I thought this whole artwork here was actually them fixing the back. It's really solid. It really feels solid. There's no flex or anything. The only reason I'm actually looking into doing this is because it is definitely soft according to what they could see when they removed the motor. So that's going to cost me a small bundle on top of a couple other things that I'm looking at doing. When the motor's off, the 150 horsepower Yamaha, which I'm going to take the cover off and run it in a second, I'm going to get that serviced. So I have a zero, well, what do they call it, day one impression of everything from the impeller to make sure the spark plugs are all good, all the electricals are all good, and the carburetors are all clean too. So it should be a really good, running motor. It already is, but like, it'll be the best it possibly can be when it goes back onto the boat. Another thing which was in the previous video is the trailer. I got the trailer, all disc brakes replaced, the bearings are replaced, cabling's been all tensioned and properly done. So I'm really happy with that. And oh yeah, the underside of the boat. If you didn't see the previous video, this is all going to be acid washed, and they're going to check the bottom to make sure that any repairs may or may not need doing, because I'm going to be trying to run this boat for a little bit longer. Like, I don't have a time frame in mind, but maybe a couple extra years, or if I find a really good deal on a offshore boat, perhaps I'll use it as either a trade-in or I'll just sell it. But I'm going to be putting a bit of work in, as in getting a bit of work done, I should say, because not really hands-on with the particular Hinton and things. I'm happy to do all the other outboards that I've got, but I rather have this done properly because it is going to be a family boat. Yes, that was the main reason why I bought this Hinton, to use as a family boat, and that's what I intend to use it for. All right, I think I've gabbled on a bit. Let's pull these covers off and let's give this motor a run, because that's what I want to do. I've just put the muffs on. I don't actually have a bucket big enough for this this lower unit, but it's usually fine, so I'm going to be whacking those on, which I have on both sides nice and tight, so you create a nice seal, and then I can turn the water on, which is what I'm going to do right now. Water's on. Alright, let's go get the power onto the motor. Step up into the boat, and just under this rear seat here I've got an isolation switch, and you can see it here. I'm going to turn it from off to both batteries, dual battery system here. There's no pump for this motor for some reason, so we just move straight over here, and what I tend to do is I look at the volts. Don't know if this is going to flicker on camera or not. It is. It says 12.3. So now I'm just going to put this up a little bit. This is your throttle advance, far sidle, and now we're going to crank it over. Power comes on over here. Let's see how we go.